Hi, this is Andy Filipiuk in Toronto for the week of September the 26th. Well, I've been talking nonstop about the rising US dollar and the Federal Reserve raising rates to fight inflation. I've been talking about how this policy could lead to problems globally, and finally last Friday we saw something break. The British pound dropped 3.5%, and into this week it continues to fall. I've included a chart showing just how much the pound has dropped over the last several months, and I've also shown a chart of the 30-year UK bond, which has risen in yield from 1% at the start of this year to 5%, which is just a gargantuan move. And in fact, this morning the Bank of England has stated they're going to step in and start to buy bonds. So we've started to see the bond market rally a bit in the UK, but this isn't going to help the currency much, and I think the trend is going to continue, and we're going to see other currencies like the euro and the yen and the Chinese yuan continue to go down as long as the Fed is in this mode of action. Now, the Federal Reserve has two mandates. One is full employment, the other is to fight inflation, and this is their domestic policy. However, over the last 20, 30 years, the global economy has become more and more integrated, where in fact the Federal Reserve is really the central bank to the world. And one has to question, what is their motivation here? Because they know they are doing tremendous damage to the global economy in this fight against inflation domestically. Now, we saw earlier this week that the Nord Stream pipeline was blown up, and given the depth and the significance of this explosion, it's clearly a nation that did it, or some arm of this nation, in an act of sabotage and in reality an act of war. And at this point, given what we're seeing in the currency markets and what this is doing, one has to question, what is the motive of the Federal Reserve here? Because wars can be fought through battles, they can be fought through financial means, and it's quite possible that the Federal Reserve isn't just looking at the domestic economy, but also possibly attacking through the financial markets their enemies. So we don't know. What will be fascinating just to see is when the Fed finally pivots, because the raising of these rates is causing tremendous pain globally, and we finally saw that in the British pound this past week. Thanks for watching.